is what flows in this fam's DNA. Dope is what flows in this fam's DNA.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to Dope Interviews, brought to you though by the mighty 19 Media Group. I'm your host, Warren Shaw. Good vibes only, and we're here in the virtual studio. I have my guy. He is a Grammy nominated. He is a Houston rapper. He is the one and only Playy. Playy, what's good, family? How you doing?
What it do, man?
Hey, listen, I'm excited here to have this conversation with you, my guy, because, you know, you are definitely one of the pioneers in the Houston rap game, doing much good business out there. And I'm excited to have this conversation with you. So thank you so much for, giving me some of your time here this afternoon.
Hey, man, thank you for having me. And I appreciate the words, man. Thank you.
Hey, you've earned it, my guy. There's no appreciation necessarily. You've earned it. So what we do here in Dope Interviews is like we have to start from the beginning, because not everybody knows you in the way that I think, maybe some of your fans do on a regular basis. So for people getting to see you for the first time on my platform, we want to start from the beginning. So my question to you, as a rapper, as somebody who does writing, for other artists and things of that nature, how did you get into the music business? Like what made you kind of start getting into this process?
I have to say, just watching 106 in Park, bro. Lil Flip at the time. I'm from Houston, so he was real, big at the time and doing this thing. So I'm watching that. I'm seeing my cousins go through the crib freestyling all day. So I'm like, okay, I think this what I really want to do. And I could write a little bit too. So I was always writing. So we just made it happen at some point.
When you say you was always writing, is that from the aspect of you was always like writing music, or were you writing poetry, or like kind of like what was the impetus for that?
Like music, little rhymes here and there, just, trying to mimic what's going on, mimic my cousins, trying to be the next Lil Flip, at the time. So
would you say your cousins are a big influence on you on in terms of the music side of what you do?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, especially back then. That's all they used to do. Just freestyle. It was a big culture in Houston, at least. Even at school, we just, at lunch, we beating on the tables.
Right.
So, like, it was just a big part of our culture. So
let me talk to you a little bit about that. All right. So, this is all love here on my platform, Dope Interviews, right? So I'm from the East Coast, New York, born and raised, if you will, lived in South Florida a good majority of my life as well, right? And everybody feels a certain type of way about their music and about their coast or whatever it is. Talk to me a little bit, brag to me a little bit about Houston rap and the scene there as well, too. Because before we even get into that, the freestyle aspect, a lot of people think, oh, it's only New Yorkers who freestyle, or maybe even West Coast rappers who freestyle and can do it well. Talk to me a little bit about the Houston rap scene.
Yeah. Texas freestyle is totally different. It's not no battle rap or nothing like that. But it's a different style of freestyle. We come out the dome and it's the way we do it. And the music aspect is just, we have our own style on that as well.
Sure.
We're one of the founders of the Screw, RIP Screw. We just have a sound, man. It's that slowed down sound. It's that Houston, it's that Texas sound, and you'll know it when you hear it. For sure.
That's big facts. So you've had some major success, obviously, with the My Chick Bad song with Ludacris, Nikki Minaj, etc. Can you share that story with me? My first time talking to you. So just how did you get involved with that project? You're writing for that song. Just kind of like tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it's cool because I was in the studio with Traxter. He's the producer of the record. He's from Chicago, really dope producer. But I was in the studio with him working on records for me, and he was making a beat, and I came up with the hook, but I didn't have time to finish the whole song. So I did the hook, and I had to leave the studio without the verses on it. So he had just looped the hook. So after I left, I forgot about the record, to be honest. And he hit me like a couple months later, like, yo, I had Ludacris in the studio. We was going through records, and the My Chick Bad record came on, and he wanted, what do you think? And I was like, give it to him. Like I ain't about to do nothing with it. Give it to him. So yeah, that's how it happened. He threw Nikki on it, and it.
So is that you on the hook?
Yeah, that's me. He kept me on that. It's me, Screwed and Chopped.
That's what's up. That's what
Yeah.
that's so big, right? That
was really dope of him to leave me on the hook as well too. Especially at that time, that was my first like big placement. So
yeah.
that was dope.
And you hear that a lot about, dudes in the game, or rappers in general, not dudes, but rappers in the game, who kind of look out for young and up and coming people as well too. So, what's your interaction been with Luda and even Nikki to some degree, even since that time?
I will say the interaction wasn't all that good,
Okay.
but I mean, I still respect them. I guess it was a lot going on when we met, so he got a pass on that one. But I don't think I even met Nikki yet.
Word. Well, that's fair. That's fair. So you've also had some opportunity to work with Kelly Rowland. How did that process and working with somebody, that large come about as well too?
That was dope. I worked with her when I was signed to Rodney Jerkins. She came in the studio, and I guess they was working, and he called me in the studio and was like, yo, this is my new artist. I want to introduce y'all. He's from Houston, you from Houston. And we just started chopping it up in the studio, and she really like vibed with me, and she got me on the Working Man record, and it was dope, man. I love her. She's really dope.
Yeah.
Really dope.
What it seems like though is like people, once they meet you, like they understand, right? Like, hey, like you're working hard, you're a genuine dude, and you're able to kind of, let that kind of shine through, and that's why people kind of rock with you. Would you say that's kind of the case?
For sure.
And as a songwriter, right? So obviously you rap, right? But as a songwriter, take me through that process. And for people who are up and coming, maybe even watching this interview and trying to get, do you as an artist who's quote unquote made it, do you get writer's block, and how do you overcome some of those things?
Yeah, I get writer's block a lot. What I'll do is I'll just leave it alone for a little bit, maybe come back to it another day, start on another record. Because when I get writer's block, it's usually on a certain beat. It's not just like, oh, I can't write the whole night. It's a certain beat. It's like I can't, and it's usually I'm just overthinking it most of the time, but it's usually a certain beat. So I just have to leave that beat alone, go to something else, and come back to it.
Well, that's a great question. I mean, a great segue for me, because I always wonder for rappers, and I mean, the process can go for various ways, but do you need to hear the beat first before you can start writing, or can you do it in reverse where you start penning and then, kind of adjust it to the beat?
Yeah, it's either way. Sometimes I get ideas and I voice note it, send it to a producer, and he'll make a beat around that. But most of the time, they'll send me a beat pack, and I'm going through the beat pack. And as soon as I hear something, I start getting it in my head, so I load it up in.
Makes perfect sense.
Are you ready to step up your style without compromising the planet? Introducing the exciting partnership between Blueview Footwear and the 19 Media Group Network. Just visit bit.ly/Blueview19 to start your sustainable style journey. Our friends over at Blueview Footwear are renowned for introducing the world's first fully biodegradable sneaker. By using plant-based plastics, they are leading a revolution in cleaner materials and manufacturing. They have sleek and contemporary styles that cater to a wide range of tastes. Blueview Footwear believes that fashion and sustainability can coexist harmoniously. Explore their incredible collection of eco-friendly footwear by visiting bit.ly/Blueview19. If you let us know you made a purchase, we'll shout you out on our next show. Again, just visit bit.ly/Blueview19 today, and you'll see the ultimate collaboration of fashion, sustainability, and media excellence.
So let's talk about the new single, Gold on My Lip, right? Out here, it's doing what it's doing. How many grills do you got, Play? Tell me how many grills you own.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I only got my one, but
That's okay.
the amount that I had, I probably had over 20 grills.
What?
For real, over 20 grills. I started getting grills probably when I was like 12 or something, but I done lost every single one of them. That's the thing.
Dang. All right, but hold on, man. So I gotta ask. So if you have that many, right? So you have one for the nighttime, one for going out on dates, one for like how do you play that out? Just educate me a little bit because I'm not a grill aficionado myself.
Nah, cause first most time when I get mine, I'll get like these two. So sometimes I can wear just them two on the top by themselves. Then I have the bottom, so I can put that in. Then I'll take them two off, and then I have the whole top. You know, so you got different looks.
Yeah. All right, makes sense. It's like a fit. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm with you now. I'm with you. So talk to me a little bit about the impetus behind this track. Obviously there's a lot of Texas, Houston specifically in it in terms of the culture, how you try to incorporate it, the video, et cetera, even the chopped and screwed chorus as well. Just talk to me a little bit about why this song and how it resonates to where you're from.
Goat on my lip. Like I said, that's another like Texas culture thing. Everybody out there is slugged. I mean, not slugged up, but they grilled up in some type of way. And it was only right for me to get ESG on it, the legend. I actually got him on it in Atlanta. I was filming with DGreen Films, and he pulled up to the studio, and I had the studio set up in a hotel, and he came and laid his verse down. Fire. And then Spark Dog is from Killeen, Texas, and it was only right for me to get him because he's known as the hood dentist. He's doing people dentists in the club, as you see in my video.
Yeah.
He got on it and crashed it too, so I love it.
When it comes to like what Spark specifically, so did you reached out, or how did the track kind of get to him?
Me and Spark is dogs. First of all, we go back from my uncle, but Spark live in Atlanta. I also live in Atlanta, so I thought about the grill thing. Well, me and my manager thought about the grill thing, and I sent it to him. He killed it within a day, sent it back, and it was done.
Man, nothing. Love when a plan comes together, my guy. So we talked about a little bit about the music video. How much influence did you have in that? I know DGreen was the one who shot it for you, but are you involved in that creative process in terms of the visuals and making sure certain things are being seen in that video that you want?
For sure, but that's why I like working with DGreen, because I rarely have to tell him anything. That video we shot at South by Southwest last year. So that was really dope. You get to see that whole little experience, but I rarely have to tell DGreen anything for real.
So the PR for this, we talking, right? So the PR for this is like, yo, this is a club banger, right? And it can definitely be that for sure, right? But as an artist now, there's multiple ways for your song to kind of take off. And I think I was like scrolling some stuff on social media with the case it be, and like, there's people like on TikTok or whatever, they're talking about growth. I mean, like they're playing your track.
For sure.
What does that do for you, and how your songs in essence can blow up? Are you focused on hey, it needs to hit in the clubs, it needs to hit on the radio, or you don't care as long as it hits and people are feeling it?
Me personally, I worry about the feeling. I worry about the feeling to me. And then I'll take it to my manager and I'll get his opinion. But me personally, I worry about the feeling. I close my eyes. I picture me performing it and I'm seeing people rocking to it. If I can see that, I'm good with it.
Right. All right. Well, that's fair as well too. So can you, from your perspective though, is there good money either way? Right, whether it goes off and hits on the radio, hits on the clubs, or if it hits off like on social media, like TikTok or whatever the case may be, can you as an artist still get the bag, so to speak, from that?
Yeah, I mean, it's ways to get it. I mean, especially through your Spotify's and all that. If you getting your streams going, it's gonna come in. I mean, we ain't getting that much as artists from Spotify and all them other ones, but if you keep dropping steadily and keep building it up, it's gonna add up at some point.
Play, I'm going to ask you this: what's the hardest thing about the industry for you? right? Like, you know, being a rapper, being a songwriter, the case be, what's the hardest thing about working in this industry?
Getting your music out to the masses and working with true, genuine people, because it's a lot of snakes.
Hmm.
It's a lot of snakes that'll take your hunger for granted, or you know, whatever. But that's the hardest part, being genuine and have to see through the, you know, the BS and getting your records out there without all the block.
You know, I want to keep it positive, right? But you touched on something that I think is important for people who are in your shoes or want to be like you as well too. So how do you discern? How do you figure out? You know what I mean? Is it just kind of trial and error, and to some degree where like, hey, you live and learn, you come into some bad people here and there, but you know, you've been in the game here a little while now. How your BS detector? That's the best way to say it. How
Yeah,
how
at
high is
this
your
point,
BS detector now to be able to make sure you're going in the right direction with your if you're working with somebody?
we just take our time a little more now. Do more research before we jump into anything.
Mm.
That's the main thing. Doing more research on them, making sure, you know, equals A and B equals B, basically, you know. So
Mm. For you, the best thing about the industry, we talked a little bit about it, you know, what's some, you know, worry about the snake, so to speak. What's the best thing about working in this industry?
the best thing I'll have to say is the genuine, the bonds you make and the people you meet, because it lasts a long time, you know, especially if you
Mhm.
genuine. You meet some really good people, and that goes a long way.
Yeah, that's really interesting because it's kind of like the antithesis of what you just said, right? It's like if you can suss out who the snakes are and then find the really good people, that makes it so much more worth it, right? For you
True.
in the long run, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's hella dope.
real deal.
With your new music, you know, how do you hope a song like Gold on My Lip will impact your fans, and any other music that, like, what do you want people to be left with when they come across your music?
When they come across mine, I just want them to know to just keep going. It's never too late to, you know, follow your dreams. I've been at this for years and years, and I'm still going. You know, I'm not no J. Cole at the moment or nothing, but we still moving, and we happy. We making good music. I got good fans and
Yeah.
building. We rolling.
Yeah, bro. And that's real talk. You know what I mean? And everybody can't be at the proverbial pinnacle, but as long as you're doing what you do because you love it, and as you alluded to, doing with people that you really rock with, that's
Yeah,
what keeps you going, right? Like, and then
yeah,
for your friends and your family as well, too, right?
for sure, for sure.
Play, before I let you get out of here, I got to ask you this one last question, or maybe two last questions, if you will, too. The dopest line you think you ever wrote? Can you spit it to me? And then for me, for the uninitiated as well, too, the meaning behind it. Like, yo, we were like, yo, that's fire. Like, talk to me
Yeah,
about it. What's the
I
dopest
mean,
line you ever wrote?
see, that's a hard question for me because
Okay.
I'm a writer. But when you said it, the first line that came to my head, and it might be bad to say, but the first line that came to my head was I told her ass shots is the only thing I like fake.
He's a
that
wild
that
guy.
was that was the first line that came to my head, and that's off of one of my records. It's called Hot Topic. It's one of my favorite records. But
Vibes.
yeah.
So what's next for you, my brother? Before I let you get out of here, what can fans expect from you here in the coming weeks, coming months here as we roll into 2024 almost, my guy? Jeez.
We got a lot of new music. We got videos already recorded on the tuck. We just trying to figure out, you know, the right times to drop them. We got projects ready. We just trying to figure out what times to drop them. I got, you know, the new PR now, Erica. So we rocking, we moving. So we gonna be at more stuff mingling, and you know, South by Southwest, I will be performing as well.
Nice.
So y'all can find me out there. We gonna turn it up. You know what I'm talking about?
I gotta get out there, man. I ain't been to that joint
Oh,
yet.
for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, come down
I got
this year. One of mine.
I've only been to Houston one time. I can do a lot of stuff basketball wise. So I went to Houston for the All-Star game when it was there some years ago and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely got to get out there, man. I actually loved Houston when I loved it. So
for sure.
I'm hit you. Don't act like you don't know me, brother. When I hit you up, don't act like I don't even know that dude. Nah, bro.
Nah.
We good money.
For sure.
He is a Grammy nominated rapper. Playy. Thank you so much. Make sure you follow him on IG at Playy Today. Check out the new single Gold on My Lip, streaming everywhere. Make sure you go catch that video on YouTube as well too. Again, I'm your host Warren Shaw. You can follow me at Shaw Sports NBA or dope_interviews. And as always, you know what it is. It's been another dope interview. He's my guy Playy, and we're out.
Together we stand, divided we never. The vision is one, striving for the better. Working as a team, working toward a dream. It's not even work when the team is the dream. On a united front, we got our own back. A band of brothers to counteract any attack. One heart in fact, forget what the blood say. Dope is what flows in this fam's DNA. So let's do it for the love, give to the max. Listen to opinion, but react to facts. And remember that together with a shh, but separate, just pieces of it. Dope is what flows in this fam's DNA. Dope is what flows in this fam's DNA.
Family represent like a tree with names on it. We're free, no chains on it. Relieved, the pain's gone, I can see. We come together like questions on a quiz. Mojo Flow and Viz, man, you know what it is. And if ignorance is bliss, you're gonna hate this lesson. Organized intellect like a tropical depression. My symbol is the cross, a mic and ghost peppers. Cause I'm just a black sheep growing up to be a shepherd. Moonlighting as a weapon to protect the children. Every brother is a father, dynasties we're building. Max, J and K, Bay, and Isaiah, next level of the family foundation. Understand me?